Hello everybody, it's Scribs. Welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be talking about 3D art and my journey with it. So, a few weeks ago, I got ZBrush on my iPad because, well, first I got Shaper 3D because I wanted to build a replica of the Eddie's house from 911, which is now Buck's house. And then I kind of started losing my mind because I was working in it and then I was getting annoyed. And I also wanted to make models of them so I could draw them in different positions and draw them in the house and a bunch of other stuff. And so I ended up downloading what did I just call it? Shaper? No, why did I forget it? ZBrush. I ended up downloading ZBrush. And then, yeah, it started working in it. It was going pretty well. It was a little frustrating, but I got the hang of it. And the only problem was my app kept crashing. Yeah, so the app kept crashing and it was so annoying. And so I was like, I have to move on to greener pastures. I can't do this anymore. So I tried to get ZBrush on my computer and then I saw the price of it. So I went for Blender because it's free, and so I've been working in it this past week. One thing about 3D art is that it takes up a lot of your time, and I don't know why I'm saying this, like art doesn't. Like doing 3D art made me feel like art is faster, like traditional art is faster, drawing on my iPad is faster, but it's like not. Like I would stay up within the same time. Same thing for writing, same thing for crochet, same thing for all the activities and crafts and arts that I like. They all take a long time to do. But I think the problem is that it feels like a long time with no progress. So this first drawing that I did is what I was working on while watching tutorials and trying to figure out how to draw the eyebrows and the eyelashes after getting a face sculpt down. But then I couldn't move the head anymore. As you can see, the back of the skull is shaped pretty weirdly and not as round as it should be, so I was going to try to go fix that. But it wouldn't let me, and I don't know why. And so I looked up online, like a bunch of stuff. And so one of the problems I think is I'm clicking a bunch of buttons by accident, which is ending up messing up everything. And I don't know which buttons I'm clicking that is ending up messing things up, so I don't know which ones to. So I'm trying to follow tutorials, and a lot of them like almost skip over parts. Like they say Blender for beginners, but it's like Blenders for beginners who already know all of Blender's keyboard shortcuts, which isn't beginner to me. And so I tried to follow this other video that people said was really helpful, and I ended up messing up on that one too. So I think I'm gonna try another one, or I'm gonna try to do pieces of faces, like draw the mouth, draw the eyes, draw the nose, and then try to put it all together. The problem is I have that big goal in mind, and so it's a little frustrating because I want to do that more than anything. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, when I draw and I make a mistake, maybe I still drew part of something or whatever, but this really feels like no progress whatsoever because I don't know how to do the ways I'm getting stuck. And like I wanted to know, like, why do I see the eyes through the head and stuff, but in other people's tutorials I don't think I see that. So then I started another tutorial and it was like how to make a face, and we're gonna start off with a cube shape and then kind of turn that into a circle. And I don't know where I went wrong. I think a part of it was he was changing his mouse size but wasn't saying how to do it in that mode. And then afterwards I figured out you could do it on you could do it with the scroll button from a different tutorial, which is what I was saying. Like I feel like something is always missing from something. So it kind of throws me off. And it ended up looking really ugly and kind of making me itchy. So I So I changed it and I started over. I'm hoping at the end of this I will at least have one finished one finished drawing. And then I can be a little bit more satisfied with stuff. I don't know. And for those of you that work in Blender, what were some of the mistakes you kept running into and what helped you fix that? Also, a lot of the tutorials I'm watching are not Mac. So it's like Windows computers and Windows shortcuts. And yeah, that's messing me up. Okay, and then when I started doing this, all of a sudden I couldn't edit the face the way I wanted to. Like, I'm gonna show you. So I hope you can see that I'm drawing and trying to make indents into the nose and then it's not working. I know you have to brush back and forth kind of to make a proper mark, and like I'm doing that. It was hard at first because I was trying to make my art look like the way it did in a tutorial and to like carve the mouth, and it wasn't working either then. And sometimes I just have to start over, but it's annoying because like what happened that I got to this point that it like stopped working and wouldn't make the marks that I wanted it to make. I don't know. It's a lot of troubleshooting in a way that wouldn't happen in just drawing traditionally. Like most of it will be like, oh, it's a locked layer, or you put it on the wrong, I don't know, you put it on the wrong thing or whatever. But there's also a limit in the undo history, so when I want to get it back to the way the file was before I messed up, I often can't. Anyway, I'm going to be watching these tutorials from this channel because it seemed like it was going to be a little bit easier to follow. So watch me do that now. Bye.